Hi everybody, this is Tony with 12-Inch Design, and today we're going to take a look at what I'm calling a casual video editing package called Wondershare Video Converter. And this is the first of a series of these videos that I'll be doing, sort of showcasing these lower cost basic video editing packages. As opposed to big editing packages like Final Cut Pro, Sony Vegas, Avid, those types of things. These are smaller packages. They're generally lower cost. They have less functionality, but they have basic editing functionality, and therefore the average person who wants to just cut a video together, maybe they want to cut their vacation video together or a quick training video or just throw something up on YouTube, these little packages give those people the means of doing that, and they can, cut basic videos with these packages. So you don't have to have a super fancy video editing software package to cut together a nice video that people want to watch. So let's take a look at Wondershare Video Editor and see what we can do with it. So this is what it looks like when you start the program up. This is the main editing interface, and right now I have the media browser or the media library open. I've already got a few things loaded into it, and you have to load things into the media library before you can start editing them. So you load in your video clips that you may have shot with your camcorder. You can load in some still images. You also can load in graphics that you've created in say Photoshop or other programs like Paint.net or something like that. You can also load in your music files that you want to add to your video as well. That all goes into this media library. And so let's import some more stuff into the media library so you can see how that's done. And you can do that a couple of different ways. You can either just go up here to import and make your way to the folder that you want to grab stuff from. And so I'm going to just grab, I'm holding down the control key here, I'm just going to grab the files that I know I want out of here. Grab those movie files, say open, and Wondershare will import those video files for me. And there's another way to import stuff into the media library, and I'm going to show you that in a second as soon as this is done loading. Okay, so now all of our video files are loaded in. Now let's load some still files in. I can just go down and open up my Explorer, and then I can just grab the ones that I want and drag them from the Explorer into the media library, like so. Now if you select a file, you'll see you get a little preview over here. You can watch a preview of it just by hitting play, like so. And now to actually start editing, we need to drag our files down onto the timeline. And this is the main area down here is called the timeline, and it's where all of our editing will be done. So let's grab our first clip. I'm just going to sort of look through here and find the one that I want. Let's start with this guy right here. And there's a couple of different ways to put it onto the timeline. I can either drag and drop it, like so, or I can just select it, right click on it, and say add clip, and it'll put it wherever I had my playhead. Now the playhead is this little thing here with a line on it, kind of an arrow up at the top, that we use to scrub up and down time on our timeline here. So if I grab the top of the playhead and just start scrubbing, you'll see my video changing over in the upper right hand corner there. And unfortunately the playhead doesn't really keep up with my dragging. It sort of lags behind there, but that's not a huge deal. And if I click on the timeline, the playhead will snap to wherever I clicked. And if I want to change the duration of my clips here, I can go to the end of the clip and I'll get this little I bar. And if I hold down the left mouse button and drag, you'll see that my clip gets shortened. And that works the same way over here. Hold down the left mouse button, drag, and my clip gets shortened. Now this bar down here on the bottom of my video clip is actually the audio. And so we don't want this audio in this clip. We're going to be putting some music over all of this footage anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that audio by right-clicking on it and saying Audio Detach. And you'll notice that when I do that, it takes that same audio and puts it down here on its own separate track. And that's kind of handy because I can go in here and I can move that audio around if I want to and edit it and so forth. But for right now, I'm going to just delete it. Okay, so right now what do we have? We just have one video clip on our video track here, and if I hit play, the video starts to play with no audio because I got rid of the audio. Now if as we're playing we want to stop, we actually hit pause, not the stop button. And this is a little weird, but that's the way Wondershare Video Editor works. You hit play to start playing, and you'll see it becomes a pause button. You hit pause to pause the video. And it basically is stopping the video at the same time. But what stop does, and you'll notice how I hit play, and then if I hit the stop button, stop stops, but it makes the playhead go back to the very beginning of the video. And this is something that's a little unintuitive, and you have to kind of figure it out. But I'm telling you now, so you don't have to figure it out. So again, you hit play, you hit pause, and if you want to go back to the beginning of your video, hit stop, and it'll go back. And you can see there's one other little button over here. This is the forward advance button, and if you just keep clicking on it, you'll go forward by a couple of frames at a time. That's for more precise sort of positioning of your playhead there. Option, and there are some countdowns in here, and again, if you select it, you can hit play and see what those look like. But let's go back to our sample colors, and up here you'll see there's one that's black, and that's what we want. So we're just going to drag black down onto our video timeline here, and now if we hit play, you'll see the playhead will go along, and then all of a sudden, bam, you'll see it transitions a fade from black just like we wanted. So again, back to the beginning, we hit the stop button, hit play, we'll start with black, and then we dissolve to our clip. Picture here. Well, that's because the aspect ratio of my still image is different than my video aspect ratio. So what I can do is I can right click on it and say crop, and then it brings up this window, and I can just click on 16:9, and you'll see my crop area changes, and I get a little preview over here. I can even move this around to make it like I want. So we'll put it there, say OK, and now up here you'll see our video actually, or our still actually fits to our video editing screen. One other thing I neglected to show you on the timeline is that you can actually move it up and down like so. And this is because if you start adding a bunch of layers of graphics, things like that, you might need more space down here as you start adding more and more layers of things. So that's one thing to be aware of. The other thing to be aware of is the fact that, let's move this back down, is the fact that you can stretch this timeline out. So if you move your cursor to the right or left of the playhead, you'll get this little icon with the two arrows. And if I hold down the left mouse button and drag left or right, you'll see I can stretch out my timeline. And that basically just makes it so that I'm sort of zooming in